And welcome everybody to Lyndhurst Community News, episode 82. We're coming up on our 2-year anniversary this coming month, by the way. 2 years that this podcast has been bringing the news and the activities of everything going on in town each week, but not every week. You know, this month in February, of course, February is a very cold, horrible month. Most of us absolutely hate it. I know I do. And sometimes if there's not a lot of things going on, in fact, if there's nothing going on, there's nothing new to report. So that's why this month I've only done it every other week. And as we get into the spring and things start getting back into action, spring brings everything back to life, there'll be much more to report. But anyway, this is episode 82, and today is February 26th. So thankfully, February is exiting soon. Hopefully March will be a better month weather-wise. I'm loving this warm weather. I'm sure all of you are too. Now, remember, if you have any news from your organization, your school, your team, your club, your church, whatever it may be, including birthdays and anniversaries of note, please send them in to LyndhurstCommunityNews@gmail.com. And I'll leave that, of course, in the description box below the video on YouTube. So if you're watching this, you have to go onto YouTube as opposed to just watching it on Facebook, as some of you do. All right, so let's see what's going on this week. Well, tomorrow, and this is why I almost thought about holding off the news until tomorrow, but then I don't like to get that much off track because then people become confused with my regular schedule. But anyway, tomorrow is February 27th, and it is the deadline to file petitions to run in the May election coming up this May for the Lyndhurst Board of Commissioners. You know, we have 5 commissioners in town. You don't run for mayor. For those of you who may not know that, you run for commissioner. And the commissioners among themselves elect the mayor. And generally the mayor is the high vote getter or the leader. In this case, our current mayor is Robert Giangiarusso. He is running again. He has a slate. There's a second slate that I believe I'll know tomorrow when I check with the clerk. I'm not sure who else is running, but we do have some new people running. But next week I will talk about that. So tomorrow is the deadline. Okay, we have this from the AARP of Lyndhurst. They are having their annual fundraiser. It's going to be a 1950s Sock-Hop, including DJ Bobby G, and this is going to be on April 11th at the Lyndhurst Senior Center at 250 Cleveland Avenue. The doors open at 5 o'clock. There will be a pasta dinner, which is catered by Michael's Riverside. The cost is $40 per person, and it's a BYOB. There will be a tricky tray and raffles. So for tickets, call Marge at 201-935-5167 or 201-755-8989. And I will leave those numbers in the description box below. Now, coming up on the calendar a little sooner, which is going to be this March 8th, Mount Carmel is proud to announce the continuation of their very popular faith-based family movie night series, and it's called OLMC, Our Lady of Mount Carmel's Saturday Night at the Movies. This is held at their parish hall at 146 Copeland Avenue, right here in Lyndhurst. And again, this will be Saturday, March 8th at 5:30 p.m. This month's film, from the producers of God's Not Dead, will be much acclaimed 2024 film Average Joe. And Average Joe tells the inspiring true story of a high school football coach who fought for his right to publicly express his religious beliefs, leading to a landmark Supreme Court case. The film presently is a compelling legal drama through a faith-based lens as it follows Joe's journey from his time as a Marine to the pivotal moment when his post-game prayers ignited national debate. This film offers each viewer a heartfelt exploration of standing firm in one's own convictions. Now, Lady of Mount Carmel's pastor, Father Ernie Rush, will moderate a lively Q&A discussion after the film. There will be pizza, delicious homemade meatball sandwiches, and beverages that will be available for purchase. There will be free popcorn, free admission, and all are welcome. This program has become a great monthly series designed to help everyone strengthen their faith. Father Ernie hopes to see you all there. And this in from the Lyndhurst Historical Society, which is housed in the Little Red Schoolhouse on Riverside Avenue. Now, I've mentioned this before, but they are doing an engraved paver fundraiser. So what they're doing is they're taking some of the around the sidewalk areas and they're putting down bricks, and you can get the name of, well, your name or a loved one's name or anyone's name to purchase in memoriam. So this is going to be going on continuously. Now, if you'd like a paver, and if you'd like to dedicate it to anybody, contact the Lyndhurst Historical Society at lyndhursthistoricalsociety@gmail.com, or you can call Lauren at 201-873-4722 for an order form. And by the way, the schoolhouse is open every second and fourth Sunday of the month from 2 to 4 p.m. If you haven't made it down there, and especially if you have young children or grandchildren and you're looking for something to do on a Sunday, bring them on down to the Little Red Schoolhouse. There's so much Lyndhurst history down there. And it's just a great place to go in because you feel like you're walking back in time to think that at one point that there was a one-room schoolhouse in Lyndhurst. And it was actually in use up until, I believe, the early 1980s. So there's a lot of history down there. So make sure to bring your family, bring your kids, have a good time, and support the Lyndhurst Historical Society. All right, well, St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. So, of course, we're all going to be stuffing ourselves with corned beef and cabbage and the trimmings, and to the point where we'll be sick of it after that. So we'll have to wait until next year to enjoy it. But anyway, so mark your calendars because Thursday, March 13th, will be a corned beef dinner from 5 to 8 p.m. at the American Legion in Lyndhurst, Post 139. Now, again, you can buy your tickets at the door. Just make sure you get there early because once the corned beef is done, that's it. So it's $30 a person, and it's all the corned beef you could eat, and I think that includes a drink too. So again, that's March 13th, Thursday. It's always the Thursday before St. Patrick's Day. That is the tradition at the American Legion. From 5 to 8 p.m., you can purchase tickets at the door. And, of course, right after that, Sunday, March 16th, will be the Pancake Scholarship Breakfast at the American Legion from 9 to 11 a.m. It's $10 for scrambled eggs, pancakes, sausage or Taylor ham, as well as potatoes and toast, coffee, juice, tea, whatever you want, all for $10. And I say all the time, where can you get breakfast for $10 anymore? You can't. And at the same time, support the scholarships that the American Legion gives out annually to graduating Lyndhurst seniors. So you can take it to go. You don't have to purchase tickets ahead of time, but come on down, $10 Sunday, March 16th at the American Legion in Lyndhurst. Now, we just want to give a great big shout-out of congratulations to the Lyndhurst High School bowling team. They won the state sectional championship over Montville, 2-0. You know, we have a great bowling team, by the way, and I've often said that I think Lyndhurst has one of the greatest sports and athletic things in the world here. When you come to Lyndhurst, we've always been such a great town when it comes to supporting athletics. We've produced some of the greatest of athletes over our, past 70, 80 years. So congratulations, bowling team, on a great season, and onward and upward. Okay, and one last reminder, if you or someone in your family would like to honor a veteran in your family or friend or any veteran that you know with a banner, then the banners, as you see, which are hanging along our main streets, the deadline is March 1st. So if you got a few days left, you just need a photograph, you need to fill out an application, and get that down to either the American Legion or the AMVETS, and we'll get that hung for you before Memorial Day. Usually that's how this goes. That's why they want the deadline now, so that by Memorial Day, for the parade, all new banners are awake. So it's a wonderful way to honor the veteran in your life or in your family. All right, and so that's about the news this week, folks. There's just a couple of things, as I said, going on, and I will report next week on who is running for commissioner. But in the meantime, remember, the message that I always share with you from our volunteer fire department is to make sure that you either check the batteries on your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, or get yourself a new, because if your smoke detector is over 10 years old, the sensors on it probably don't even work anymore. Get a new one. They are at Home Depot. They're about $20, and they contain an internal 10-year guaranteed battery. So you never have to worry about changing batteries. Just make sure you change your smoke detectors. So that's all the news this week, folks. Remember, a community is not its roads, its buildings, or its homes. It is its people. Get to know your neighbors and keep Lyndhurst the great family community it always has been. May God bless you all, and may God bless Lyndhurst. Take care, folks. Talk to you next week.